pretty much made this their time together every single year, and they even had seats in the grandstand. So they weren't sitting in the infield, eventually. I think it was starting in the 90s they got to sit in the grandstand. I don't know what it was. It's something about the seats. I don't really know that part of the story. That's business, so I don't really know much about it. But I'm just saying that usually my way of celebrating Derby is off the track. I get into horse racing. I mean, I like horses. I come here. I get into Derby. Maybe I like the horses. I like horse shows and stuff like that. But now, as far as horse racing and making money off horses, I don't really want to go into the stories about the horse racing. Because I don't know if it's something I should talk about. I really just don't get into the horse racing part of Derby. I just get into the parties, the celebrities, people coming in out of town, watching the people get all dressed up here, watching, barbecue, all the other aspects of Derby's what I got into the most. I just don't get into the horse racing. So I don't honestly, you can take me to a racetrack and I ain't gonna make no bets on horses. I have my own reasons why I don't bet on horses. I can bet on a baseball. I can bet on a baseball team. I could bet on any kind of sports, but anything that involves animals, any kind of sport that involves animals, I don't believe in bets on. So, well, but that's pretty much my story as far as Kentucky Derby goes. And Mom and Auntie, I guess you probably wonder. Well, last time my mom and Auntie ever came up here anymore was 2012. And this was right before my mom had moved down to Florida. Because they said getting around here is kind of, once people get to a certain age, I guess they can't handle all this crowd and stuff and getting here and there and all that, So, they said just kind of coming here gets to be too much for people when they get that age. I guess they're not that decrepit. They get them, my aunt and Mom and Auntie get around very good. But, they just know, I guess they just not into it. It ain't hard to say it, but I agree with them. I'm gonna be honest with you. Derby ain't what it used to be, I honestly liked it back in the 80s. I liked it back in the 80s and 90s when Derby was wild, but honey, it was hell of a lot better back then. It was a hell of a lot better. Now, it ain't the way it used to be. But anyway, I think it's time I go tour you around the racetrack. So, and especially I kind of just, as far as some of these episodes go, we kind of got I've made a few friends from New Orleans, and they happened to post some live videos, pictures and everything of Mardi Gras, and kind of giving me a lot of insight to it and saying, hey, maybe I ought to go down there sometime for Mardi Gras. I'd like to try to get down there next year if I can, but never know. It depends on what's happening next year. But just as, not just for my show and for me, but this is kind of a return favor for them posting these videos. So I'm just posting them. Since they're posting me, since they're showing not just me, but everybody, but since they've been good enough to show off what about the main event that goes on in New Orleans, well, we're going to show them the main event that goes on here in Louisville, Kentucky every year. So, be back after these messages.